In 2009, Katherine Heigl and her husband, Josh Kelly, brought home a baby girl from South Korea. The moment made headlines, and people followed the story with real interest. Time has moved fast since then, and fans who watched that chapter unfold have wondered how her life turned out. Years later, she's grown into a confident and thoughtful kid who helps out around the house and looks after her siblings. But her journey didn't end there, and what she's becoming now might surprise you.
Lee is 8 years old, and she is my very, very smart, very compassionate, very big-hearted little gal. She's totally mommy's little helper and loves being the big sister.
Where is Nancy Lee today? When Katherine Heigl and Josh Kelly adopted their first daughter from South Korea, it was an important step in their lives that changed them forever. Their first daughter is Nancy Lee Yoon Kelly, also known as Neil, and is a part of a family of 3 children that Katherine Heigl and Josh Kelly are raising on their scenic ranch in Utah, far from Hollywood's spotlight. As of 2025, Neil is around 16 years old. Her family home in Utah gives her and her siblings a more grounded, private childhood. It allows her to embrace nature, family connection, and a slower pace. In the latest news about Neil, she's going through her teenage years like any other American teenager. Her parents decided to impose stricter rules around phone and device use after noticing her and her siblings becoming overly dependent on screens. According to their mother, Katherine, they had become little addicts, affecting sleep, schoolwork, and mood. Because of that, the family established device-free days on Tuesday, Thursdays, and Sundays, limited after-school usage on other days, and banned phones from bedrooms at night. This shows that Neil is growing up under a parenting philosophy that values balance, boundaries, and mental well-being over social media presence. Her mother has also publicly reflected on the emotional ups and downs of raising teenagers. In 2025, Heigl described parenting teens as a scary time, saying that as children grow more independent, older parents may find it harder to guide them, but also emphasizing the importance of self-awareness, individuality, and self-regulation. Nali is usually out of the public limelight. Though she sometimes appears in family photos online, the family decided to live away from Hollywood, and this allows her to enjoy a normal life with schooling, sibling relationships, and family. But long before Nale was living a stable life, she was born in South Korea with a congenital heart disease.
She's the newly adopted daughter of Katherine Heigl and husband Josh Kelly. Heigl's rep says the couple have completed their adoption of 10-month-old Nancy Lee from Korea.
Early life with heart disease Neil was born in South Korea and started life under difficult circumstances. Her exact date of birth has been reported as November 2008. From the very beginning, her health was fragile. She was born with a congenital heart defect, a serious condition that would shape the earliest months of her life. Because of the heart condition, Nali needed open heart surgery while still an infant, before she left South Korea. Once the surgery was done, Nali's heart was completely fine. That early surgery corrected the congenital defect and cleared the way for her to have a healthy childhood ahead. Before adoption, Nale was among those children waiting in the Korean adoption or orphanage system who are sometimes labeled special needs. This is a designation that makes it difficult for children like her who had a health disease to be chosen. When talking about meeting Nali, Heigl pointed out that many children on that list never get adopted, even if their special need is something manageable like a surgically correctable heart condition. Despite those odds, Nali's life took a pivotal turn in 2009 when Hay and Kelly adopted her around 9 months old. Their decision was heartfelt and influenced by her own family history, as Katherine's older sister was also adopted from South Korea, and she always knew she wanted her own family to resemble that one. Adoption process. When Katherine Heigl and Josh Kelly started discussing their future family plans, even before they were engaged, adoption was a firm part of the vision. Katherine has said that because her own parents had adopted a daughter from Korea, she always knew she would adopt from Korea too when the time was right. In 2009, that vision came closer to reality. The couple received a referral number, which is a key step in the international adoption process, to learn about a baby girl in South Korea. When they called, they were told not only about the baby's birth but also that she had a congenital heart condition. Faced with this news, Katherine and Josh did not immediately say yes. Instead, they consulted with doctors. For them, the information was serious, but the fact that Josh's father was a heart surgeon helped. He reviewed her medical records and cardiogram to understand the extent of the heart defect. Despite the concerns about her health, they really wanted her. They even said that no matter what the medical history is, they really felt ready to commit. As Katherine put it, "We were definitely doing it." Fortunately, the surgery to correct her heart condition had already been carried out in Korea before she joined her family. By the time she flew to the United States, the defect was repaired, and her heart was 100% fine. Once all the medical and legal checks were completed, the adoption was finalized, and Heigl became part of the Kelly family. This adoption fulfilled their long-held wish to build a family by adoption first, but it wasn't as easy as it seemed to adopt their first child. She wasn't so close to them in the beginning. Challenges with bonding. When Katherine and Josh welcomed 9-month-old Nali into their home in 2009, their joy was quickly overshadowed by the reality of everyday life and demanding careers, especially for Katherine. Only 3 days after bringing Nali home, Katherine flew off to Atlanta to resume work on the hit TV series she was filming. She later admitted saying, "I never saw that baby," and explained that she spent more time on set with 3 infant actors pretending to be her goddaughter than she did with her own daughter. Because Josh was often present during that period, Nali naturally became closer to him, and she bonded less with Katherine. This lack of early connection deeply affected Katherine. She said those first months were the hardest time of her life, saying that she fought incredibly hard for Nali to accept her as mother. She admitted that her daughter's initial rejection almost broke her heart. Katherine said that for a while she blamed herself. She wondered if she failed as a mother, or if she was somehow unworthy of love, because her daughter preferred her father, and she was barely home because of work. A turning point for Katherine came in 2012. During an appearance on a talk show, Katherine and Heigl reunited on stage. A clip from a previous appearance was played, showing the then-toddler jumping up from the audience to embrace Katherine. Watching that moment, Katherine realized that the love and bond she feared lost had quietly formed anyway. She tearfully admitted that despite the rocky early months, her daughter had accepted her. In light of those challenges, Katherine made difficult but decisive choices. She scaled back her work commitments, stepping away from long-term acting roles to focus on motherhood. She revealed that that period was a struggle between career ambition and maternal desire. It forced her to reevaluate what truly matters. In her own words, she thought she could have it all in career and family. But it turned out to be more complex, and she had to fight for the trust and love of her child. Now, Katherine and Heigl are as close as a mother and daughter can be, although they have conflicts of their own. Nali is one of the 2 kids in her grade at school without a phone of her own, and that didn't sit well with the teenager. But in interviews, Katherine revealed that Nali usually sneaks around, taking her iPad and creating TikTok videos without permission. She said, "I know she thinks I'm being a tyrant, but I worry about the effect of social media on kids her age. I watched The Social Dilemma. So I'm like, go ahead and hate me. I'm trying to save you. On Nali's 13th birthday, the proud mom made an emotional post on Instagram and shared the first photos she and Josh received of Nali. She wrote, "This girl, the girl that made me a mother, the girl that gave my life purpose, meaning, direction, boundless, eternal love. This girl turns 13 today. 13. She is officially a teenager. I can't seem to process it." While Katherine focuses on giving her children a normal childhood, they have accompanied her to work on occasion through the years. When she was little, Nali made her debut on The View and stole the show. 10 years later, in November 2022, she watched her mom appear on the talk show again from the audience. Raising Nali was one of the biggest tests for Katherine and Josh, who were known for their Hollywood romance. Katherine and Josh, Katherine Heigl and Josh Kelly, share one of Hollywood's more quietly enduring love stories, and is a romance that began with a music video and grew into a committed life partnership centered on family, values, and mutual respect. Katherine and Josh first met in 2005 on the set of the music video for Josh's pop-rock single, Only You, in which Katherine starred. According to Josh, their chemistry was instant. After their first scene together, he invited her to dinner, and they just hit it off. A year later, in June 2006, they became engaged, and on December 23, 2007, they wed in an intimate ceremony at the snowy Stein Erikson Lodge in Park City, Utah. Their wedding was a private affair, attended by a close circle of friends and colleagues from Katherine's acting career. From the beginning, Katherine was clear about what she wanted, which is a family. Early in the relationship, she told Josh that marriage and having children, including adoption, were non-negotiables for her. That shared vision helped cement their bond, and over time they built a family rooted not only in love, but also in shared values and mutual support. Their partnership has extended beyond domestic life into creative collaboration. In 2016, Katherine appeared in and directed the music video for Josh's song It's Your Move, blending personal history and professional artistry. Josh said that having Katherine involved felt natural, especially since the song was inspired by a difficult moment in their relationship. Throughout their marriage, the couple has spoken in interviews about what keeps their relationship strong. They had a deep respect for one another, complementary personalities, and a willingness to go through life's ups and downs together. Josh once said that Katherine was his safe place to land, while Katherine has repeatedly expressed gratitude for Josh's steadfast love, loyalty, and the sense of home he provides. More than a decade since their wedding, they remain united in love and family. Choosing to live away from the Hollywood spotlight, they now raise their children on a ranch in Utah, prioritizing privacy, normalcy, and grounding their children in values that transcend fame. This allows Nali to live a stable life with her two siblings. Family life with siblings. Katherine and Josh's home is centered around 3 children, who each bring their own unique spark to the family dynamic. Their eldest daughter, Nali, was adopted from South Korea and joined the family in 2009. Several years later, in 2012, Katherine and Josh welcomed their second daughter, Adelaide, through a U.S. domestic adoption process. Finally, in December 2016, their son, Joshua, arrived, completing their family of 5. Katherine once said that Adelaide's adoption was serendipitous. She explained that she and Josh initially wanted to adopt internationally again, but the process had become very difficult. Korea had gotten very difficult to adopt from, and China had a very long waiting list. She even said, "I was kind of tick, 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 any day now." She started looking into domestic adoption when they received a call about Adelaide. Her lawyer called and said, "There's a birth mother and she's due in 4 weeks. She's all yours if you want her." And then, in 2016, Katherine and Josh were expecting their third child, Joshua Bishop Kelly Jr. After he was born, the couple opened up about how Joshua came to be. Katherine had said, "It was a surprise. I knew I wanted to expand our family. I knew I wanted to have more children. I just didn't know how we were going to go about that." She also admitted that she was relieved she was having a boy, because she already had 2 girls. She was torn between getting pregnant or adopting again, because, with adoption, you can specify the sex. Joshua already started kindergarten, and Katherine revealed that the first day of school caused her to be emotional. He's also obsessed with Spider-Man and the Hulk, and loves following his mom to the set to help her out. The sibling relationships between these 3 were natural interactions, including teasing, shared interests, protective moments, and, on occasion, rivalry. Nali, as the oldest, carries the role of the big sister, and Katherine has revealed in interviews that she enjoys different activities with her siblings, like dancing on TikTok. The middle child, Adelaide, has been described as lively and feisty, often bringing a burst of energy into the household. Katherine once called her a fearless middle child. And little Joshua, though younger than his sisters by several years, is part of the family rhythm. Welcomed into a home already rich with sister-sister dynamic and sibling play. The family's choice to live on a ranch in Utah has also played a key role in the sibling dynamic. Away from the intense glare of Hollywood, the children share more normal everyday experiences like chores, outdoor play, pets, nature, and time with each other. These shared surroundings create space for the sisters to play, argue, bond, and grow together in ways that feel grounded. Heigl has noted that raising siblings together in this environment helps them see each other not just as the celebrity's kids, but simply as sisters, teammates in life. But Katherine revealed that Nali and Adelaide have questions about where they are from, and she focuses on helping them connect with their identity. Connecting with identity. When Katherine and Josh adopted their daughter Nali from South Korea in 2009, they understood that identity and heritage would be central to her story. Katherine has spoken openly about her family's own history that encouraged her to give Nali a home that honored both roots and belonging. As Nali and her younger sister Adelaide have grown older, the questions around origin, race, and adoption have also grown. In an April 2021 interview, Heigl acknowledged that the girls have begun to ask more about their birth stories. She stated, "We have said to them, this is your story. We don't have any information about your biological fathers, but we do have a bit about your biological mothers. If you guys want to talk more about them, you can have as much or as little information as you want." Katherine has spoken about the importance of heritage and transparency as she raises her children. The family has traveled to South Korea together, allowing Nali to connect with the land of her birth and the cultural legacy she carries. Through social media tributes, such as on her birthdays, Katherine publicly affirms the significance of Nali's adoption story and heritage, posting the first photo her family received when Nali was adopted. She felt heartfelt reflections on Nali made her a mother and gave her life purpose, meaning, and direction. Living in a family that deliberately opens conversations about race and identity, Nali is positioned as someone whose roots are honored and explored. Katherine has spoken about how she raises her non-white children and her parenting perspective. Katherine Heigl on raising non-white children and parenting. Katherine has been very candid about the complexities of raising children of color, especially in light of her own upbringing in what she describes as a white bubble. She recounts how, Despite growing up in a family that adopted a Korean daughter and believing that love is love and that skin color didn't matter, she only truly began to understand the realities of racism when Nali asked her if she was treated differently when her parents weren't with her. Katherine recognized that her privilege had blinded her to the fact that her children, who are non-white, might face challenges she had never experienced. She acknowledged that her assumptions about race, that the majority didn't see color, were naive and insufficient when it came to preparing her daughters for the world. One of the most striking moments for her came during the aftermath of the death of George Floyd, when she posted that she could no longer sleep because she was worrying about how to explain the inexplicable to her black daughter. She wrote about how her white bubble had begun to bleed, acknowledging that her whiteness had prevented her from seeing certain truths. In her parenting approach, Katherine has stressed the importance of honest conversations about race, heritage, and identity. She's told her daughters that they can have as much or as little information about their biological heritage as they choose, and that the family will always stand with them and protect them. Katherine also emphasizes that her role now is not to change society in one fell swoop, but to prepare her daughters for the world. To tell them that if they ever face prejudice or discrimination, it has nothing to do with them personally, but with the other person's bias. She is working to ensure her children feel safe, heard, and valued regardless of what others might think or do. Now, you know what happened to Katherine Heigl's daughter, adopted from South Korea. Nali is now a teenager, and everyone is paying attention to what she will achieve as she grows up. What do you love the most about this heartwarming story? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. So, thanks for watching this video, and we will see you in the next one.